Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the best transfer targets ahead of game week 9. If you're unsure who you should be looking in, then this is the perfect video for you. We're going to cover 5 players who you should be looking to buy or potentially looking to bring in if you are on your wildcard. If you do enjoy the content that you see on the channel, please like, comment and subscribe, as we are trying to hit 750 subs by the end of September. We're about 100 away now, so it's very possible that we can do it, but we can only do it with your support, your likes, your comments, and obviously your subscription to this channel. But yeah, that's kind of just enough waffle from me. Let's get into our 5 transfer targets for this game week. And to start off today's video, the first player we're going to talk about is James Maddison, hot on everybody's lips at the moment. The FPL community are absolutely gagging for this man, more than a Riley Reid POV video at the moment. And there's good reason. There is really good reason behind that. Obviously was absolutely fantastic against Spurs. Leicester's key man, the standout man. Goal. Could have easily had another one as well if it wasn't for a wonderful save by Lloris with his feet. Could have also had an assist as well for DAKA. Again, Lloris coming to the rescue for Spurs. But he was honestly, everything was coming through him. He was flowing, he was ebbing, he was absolutely beautiful. I had him in my team and he gave me, honestly, just, amazing vibes, and the good fixtures coming up. Like, honestly, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Wolves, Manchester City, Everton, West Ham and Newcastle. So amazing fixtures up until the World Cup. That Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth ones next are absolutely juicy. 3 goals, 1 assist for him so far this season. Amazing run of fixtures, like we said, on set plays, on corners as well, and we've seen what he's capable with free kicks as well. Honestly, he's just a fantastic player. The vibe I'm getting at the moment is very similar to kind of Jared Bowen last season, where he was around 5-6% owned. I got on him and he absolutely exploded and became one of the most owned FPL assets in the game. If you didn't have him, you were pretty much a loser. It very much feels like that with James Maddison at the moment. 5% owned, Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth up next. He could absolutely explode in them too, and his ownership could go to 30-40% in a couple of weeks. Now's the time to get on him. Absolute must buy for me, and it's just a real no-brainer. Obviously there are concerns around Leicester's performances. They aren't in the best shape at the moment. I think if they lose that Forest game, Brendan Rodgers could go, which could even give us that new manager bounce as well, which is always delicious in terms of FPL. But yeah, we'll have to kind of see how that one gets on. But for me, James Maddison is a must buy for game week 9. Let me know down in the comments below, have you considered taking a potential punt on James Maddison? But let's move on to our next player within the video. Ivan Toney is the next player that I'm going to recommend you buy for this game week if you're on your wildcard, or if you're looking kind of for that extra striker option with Mitrovic and Haaland. Really good season so far for Ivan Toney. 5 goals, 2 assists on penalties, and he can also just slap in a cheeky free kick. Carney, Bournemouth away up next. Absolutely delicious fixture. They didn't look amazing against Newcastle. Newcastle created plenty of opportunities against them, and I expect a team like Brentford will be looking to bounce back after today's disappointing performance against Arsenal. Good fixtures as well in terms of the long term as well for Ivan Toney. Newcastle, Brighton, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Wolves and Nottingham Forest. Obviously got his England call up as well, and will want to keep up his good strong start to the season to get himself on the plane to Qatar. Around 20% ownership as well at the moment, so obviously he is a little bit more of a popular pick. A lot of people do have him, and for very good reason, but he's still kind of hovering around this 20%. He hasn't absolutely exploded into everybody's team, so you can still get a nice rank gain off him. I really like the fixtures coming up. I really like Ivan Toney as well. I'm kind of going for this talismanic kind of theory at the moment, where I'm targeting players when I go for these lesser clubs that are the key men. They're on the set pieces, they're on the corners, they're on the penalties. Ivan Toney and James Maddison absolutely fit that bracket, and that's kind of why I'm going for these players at the moment. Really like Toney as a player, loved him all season, deserves the England call up massively. If he can keep up the form, I'd love to see him on the plane to Qatar. Let me know down in the comments below, are you looking at potentially bringing in Ivan Toney? But let's move on to the next player within the video. And the next player that we're going to talk about is Wilfried Zaha, on a lot of people's wildcards for game week 8 and game week 9. I currently don't have him, but I'm definitely looking to get him in after game week 9. The game week 9 fixture isn't absolutely amazing. It's Chelsea at home, But, you know, Chelsea obviously kind of going through this transition period, transitioning over from Tuchel to Potter. So there is obviously a lot of room for Palace to kind of exploit them. And again, Zaha fits into this talismanic theory that I'm kind of going for this season. On the penalties, he is the main man for Crystal Palace. Really, really attacking player. Love the fixtures as well after the Chelsea game. Leeds, Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Southampton, West Ham and Nottingham Forest. Everyone is going to have a Crystal Palace player at some point during that run up until the World Cup, because honestly, absolutely amazing fixtures. 4 goals, 0 assists for him so far as well. Starting the season quite brightly. Obviously though, this is an FPL warning. I'm putting a warning out there. We're going to get the warning slates going, because this man is a troll. This man is an absolute FPL troll. He'll score, then he'll take his top off and get a yellow card and lose bonus. That's happened before. He'll score. No, he won't score. He'll miss a penalty, but then score the rebound. But it's still minus points. And then he'll take his top off again. Zaha loves cards and obviously is a real troll within the game. But with those amazing fixtures, I do think his kind of antics, his FPL kind of points deductions will be kind of forgotten about when he's, you know, absolutely slapping in goals during this amazing fixture run. I really like Zaha's fixtures. Again, fits in with this talismanic theory. Absolutely loved owning him in the past. I've had some amazing weeks with Zaha. I've also had some absolutely stinkers, and I think that's kind of the way you got to roll with it with him. If you are going to take a potential punt on him, just expect the best and also expect the worst. But let's move on to the 4th player within today's video. And the 4th player of today's video is Reece James. Obviously quite a high owned player. A lot of people do have him. However, I am seeing quite a few wildcard drafts without Reece James on, which I think is absolutely obscene and just give your head a good wobble. Amazing long-term fixtures for Chelsea up until kind of the World Cup. Crystal Palace, Wolves, Aston Villa, Brentford, Man United, Brighton, Arsenal and Newcastle. 1 goal, 1 assist for him so far. Over the past 5 game weeks, has only managed to score 9 points, but that is mainly down to the fact that Chelsea's defence has been really smelly. But Graham Potter's in now. Hopefully that can kind of kick on and kind of come back to its best, because Graham Potter has always put up good underlying defensive data wherever he's been as a coach. So hopefully we can see a resumption in terms of clean sheets points for Reece James as well. Fullbacks for Chelsea are going to have absolutely, like, they're going to just, we thought they were good already. They're going to hit another level. Graham Potter absolutely revolutionises fullbacks. I watched the Salzburg game and the fullbacks were so high. It was Raheem Sterling and Reece James kind of playing within those roles. Reece James is like an attacker at times. Honestly, so high. We know how good he is at finishing. We know how good he is at crossing. Shares set pieces as well. So obviously, again, tick. If you haven't got him in your team, or you're looking to potentially not include him on your wild card, give your head a little bit of a wobble. Absolutely ludicrous decision. Get Reece James in. I definitely think the double up in terms of wing backs will be kind of an option within the next few game weeks. We just have to kind of figure out which player is going to play at that left wing back spot. Will it be Cucurella, who Potter already has a relationship with? Will it potentially be Ben Chilwell? Or maybe he'll convert Sterling into a left wing back like he did with Leandro Trossard. Yeah, that won't be good, especially when he's at like 10 million as well. But who knows? We'll just kind of have to wait and see on that one. At the moment, I would say Reece James is an absolute must buy and a must keep or a must have on your wildcard for game week 9. But yeah, let me know if you're potentially looking to maybe go without Reece James and kind of what your thought process is and kind of all your extra details, so I can like put you in a mental home, because honestly, just absolutely ludicrous decisions. But let's move on to the final player of today's video. Well, this is a little bit different, isn't it? Patterson DAKA. 5.7 million, 0.8% owned. Nobody owns him in their right minds for now. Obviously, we spoke about with James Maddison, Leicester's amazing fixtures coming up. But DAKA has started, I think, the past 2, maybe even potentially the past 3 games. I thought he looked really sharp in the Spurs game when he's kind of making those breakthrough runs. Could have easily scored a goal if it wasn't for Lloris's amazing save. Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth have been putting up some terrible underlying data in terms of expected goals conceded. So I would expect Leicester to score because they don't look bad going forward. It's just in terms of the other end. Nottingham Forest as well have quite slow centre-backs. Steve Cook has been caught out a few times this season with kind of the pace. So if they put a through ball through to DAKA, it could honestly be absolutely amazing. It looks as well, Jamie Vardy has kind of lost his mantle as the main striker at Leicester, and Brendan Rodgers is kind of trying out new things. He kind of played Iheanacho and DAKA together in one game, and then has now reverted to kind of just playing DAKA. Like we said, amazing long-term fixtures. I do think you need a Leicester attacker for these good upcoming fixtures. If you can't get to Maddison or a Harvey Barnes, I do think this one is kind of a pure punt. If you're looking kind of for your 3rd strike spot, if you're on a wild card, or maybe you're looking to just kind of move to a 3rd strike spot, you've already used up your wild card, but you can't quite get to Maddison, then I do think Patterson DAKA is potentially a good little cheeky option. Obviously, good fixtures. Now looks to potentially be the main forward. Bargain bottom price as well at 5.7 million. The potential Leicester double up could be on if potentially you get a new manager, or they kind of, you know, keep scoring goals as the way they've been doing, but maybe not shipping as many. We will have to kind of wait and see on that one. Like I said, a bit of a punt this one, absolute punt, but I do think he'll do quite well over the next few if he continues to start. Those were the 5 transfer targets for today's video. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of them. Also down in the comments below, if you've got any questions that you need answering about your team, that's the place to leave it, as I do answer all questions down there. I hope you did enjoy the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a very good game week 9.